Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Aaron's Down with Aaron Phillips, coming to you live in the Las Vegas. There's a heart of Las Vegas about it. If you didn't understand that, just play the video back slowly.
I did.
Yeah, I figured. G-Man is with me here in studio. Good friend, comedian, actress. No, actor.
Actress. Here,
And how about this one?
The nipples here.
Former presidential candidate.
That's true.
G-Man. How are you,
Crazy.
bud?
Good. Hanging in there on this Saturday afternoon.
I hate to ask this question. I know you're not a doctor by trade. I know you didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn last night. But why in God's name are you wearing scrubs, let alone Raider scrubs?
Well,
I'm glad you asked.
Yes, I'm glad you asked. I flew into Las Vegas because I heard that Mark Davis and Coach McDaniels need a lobotomy.
Ah.
So that's what I'm here for. I got my scrubs on because I'm going to cut those open and pull all of it out.
See if they have a football brain. There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Hey, the crowd's very
That's
receptive.
right. All
Thank
three
you
of
so
them,
much.
yes. That's right.
But yes, lobotomy is in order.
Shit.
By
Something's
tomorrow.
gotta change. Yeah, they're playing what, Denver tomorrow?
In Denver, in the cold.
Well,
Against the team that's the most injured ever right now. So, God, if we don't beat them,
ain't that the truth?
I'm going to beat myself.
Oh, my God.
In more ways than one.
If you want to see him kill himself here on the air, 702-329-6947. Press the number 1 to come into the studio. Healy in Denmark, haven't heard from you in a while. Give us a call, 855-502-4321. You can also message me in the chat room, which is currently being monitored. And, of course, you can always send us a tweet through Twitter at hashtag Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour LV, I believe it is, right? Is that right, Mr. Producer? Sure. Use that one.
Speaking of Twitter, did you hear that Elon Musk he's letting everybody back on.
Okay.
Kathy Griffin. He actually put out a poll on Twitter to see should I let former President Trump back on.
Okay. Had a poll?
Over 9 million people responded, and the majority of them said, yeah, let him back on. I mean, I don't know if Trump said he didn't want to go back on, but we'll see. But it's funny that Elon Musk, I don't know if he was expecting that.
No.
9 million people.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, but on top of that, though, he also let go a lot of people too from the company right in time for the holidays.
With a $25 million umbrella. You're fired, but you get $25 million. Jesus Christ, somebody fire me, please, and give me $5 million. Man, can you believe that? They get these golden parachutes, all these guys, and they're getting $20, $30, $40 million to get fired. And Elon Musk, did you guys see that where he brought in the kitchen sink when he first bought Twitter? What was that? The metaphor for that was
he bought the whole kitchen sink.
Yeah, he bought everything, and he's firing everybody. And who else? Oh, Whoopi left. Who else left? I'm going to Canada. Didn't she say that 5 years ago?
Everybody says that they're going somewhere. By the way, special shout out to my significant other. She is listening, my Eileen.
Hi.
She's on her way to.
So is mine.
Your wife's listening too?
She said she would be.
Denise, well, hopefully you're listening.
Yes.
Hopefully you didn't mess up the connection that George had set up for you.
I did everything possible.
Oh, there you go. You see, you're Canadian. You want to move to Canada? He's made you Canadian. Just look straight ahead.
Oh, okay.
Well, look straight ahead.
Oh, yeah.
A.
Yeah, hey. Cool. Yeah, I'm not used to sitting on this side. I like it.
Yeah, I know. You don't usually sit over there.
I'm in the corner. I'm at the kiddie table like at Thanksgiving, like I felt last week. That's how I felt over there.
Hey, you know what? Last week, by the way, thank you for everybody for listening. If you have to go and you can't watch us anymore, make sure you download the Go Live Vegas mobile app. Take us on the go, and I appreciate you making us part of your Saturday. By the way, thoughts and prayers in seriousness go out to everybody up in Orchard Park in the Buffalo area up there who's deluged.
Wow.
Neil Bamboo on Twitter says, having a fantabulous morning. Thank you so much for making us part of that fantabulous morning.
Yes.
But yeah, it was 70 inches of snow, 2 to 3 inches an hour, something ridiculous like that. The Cleveland Browns are supposed to play in Buffalo against the Bills. They've moved that game now to Detroit indoors if the Bills can get out of Buffalo.
So they're still there.
Well, They were as of early today. I don't know if they've actually left yet. But that's a good move because on Thanksgiving, one of the 3 games, Detroit is usually one of the traditional games in Dallas.
Right.
Buffalo's playing Detroit in Detroit. So the fact that they're going there for this game, they just should stay there for 4 more. Yeah, it's snowing in the studio now. That's how big the lake effect snows
That's
are.
it. Hey,
up in Buffalo.
it's a blizzard.
It is. It's snowing.
God, I'm starting
wait a minute.
to get,
I was going to say,
shit, I'm
we
getting
got to
cold now.
put the jackets on.
Oh, man.
But
the beep was a little late. But hey, what the hell? All right.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, so they got ahead now with.
We got Michigan.
So one of our
going
guests
on,
here on
Illinois.
yes, one of our guests who will be coming up a little later on is a huge Michigan fan that beat my Nittany Lions. And for those of you who watched that episode a couple of weeks ago, you know who I'm talking about. And I did make good on the bet, including his wife, by the way. His wife, they were together. I took care of the bet that way. But anyway, so okay. We were, at one point, I know I talked about it last week, and we may even discuss it at another time, but we know that the Formula One next year is coming into town.
Amazing. Have you seen the track?
I have. It's just like 3.8 miles in and around the Strip, up the boulevard, around Caesars, and maybe out to Pahrump. Who the hell knows? By the time they keep changing that.
You go out to the brothels.
Yeah. Talk about a drive-through. But here's the thing. The prices for this thing, I shared with everybody last week, like all these $500 a seat for standing room, and you can get all these beautiful suites in the hotels and like $4,000 a night, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Wynn Hotel announces a $1 million all-access experience.
$1 million.
For the F1 here next year. $1 million, okay? Now, earlier this week was also announced that Taylor Swift has a show coming out that tickets are that's right, $9,500.
There was more than that. They were paying $35,000. They were talking.
Well, that might be, but per the article I have, George, don't screw my stuff up, will you please?
Okay. Taylor's pissed off though about it.
She can be pissed off, but when she gets paid those $9,500 amount tickets, she ain't going to be disappointed.
Very interesting.
I wouldn't pay that kind of money for John Bonham to come back from the dead with Led Zeppelin, and they're my favorite band.
By the way, trivia question: if you want to win a pair of tickets to Ultimate Women of Wrestling, no, that's all right. Aaron just played a soundbite.
Yeah.
You want to play that again?
Yeah, do it again.
The voiced one.
Because I was talking over it.
The one that you played right after the car went by.
Yeah.
Don't you listen to the own freaking show that you produce?
He's an improv sound bite guy.
Anytime now.
Very interesting. Yeah, that one.
You said that the first time he said that.
Yeah.
Don't you love live shows, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, live is
Wiley's
great.
trying to find that. Let me know when you find it before I talk over it.
F1.
Very interesting.
Okay, here's your trivia question.
Thoroughly supercilious.
There you are.
Here's your question, trivia question. Who was that? Who did that? Who did that soundbite? Who was the actor that did that?
That's too easy.
No, I'll even give a hint. He used to do it on the Laugh-In television variety show back in the day. Who was that?
Oh, I guess I'm not right.
So it's not as easy.
I guess not.
I will give you a pair of tickets to UWW3 December 9th at the House of Blues Ultimate Women of Wrestling. 3 titles will be awarded for the very first time in history of the organization, so it's going to be a historic night. Call in 702-329-6947. Do not give me an answer in the chat room. Do not Twitter it to me. Do not YouTube it to me. Call. I want to hear your voice. Give me the answer, no matter how badly George is trying to do it. What's that? Did I say Twitter? Twitter. At what I say? Aaron Phillips LV. Okay, that you can't send me answers there. I want a call in. 702-329-6947.
So
Who
what
is the
does
actor?
the $1 million entail?
I was getting there before I was
okay.
rudely interrupted.
Yes, by Seth.
I feel like
MacFarlane.
this is TCA all over again.
Right.
Win Las Vegas. Where else?
So it's about $175,000 per person.
You ready?
Okay.
4-night stay in a 2-story Encore 3-bedroom duplex.
Okay.
Accommodating all 6 guests in its 3 bedrooms with 24-hour butler service, daily breakfast, and custom in-room amenities. But you can't put a quarter in the bed to shake it.
Sounds like 2 guys and 4 girls to me.
That's right. An elaborate welcome amenity including a Jeroboam of Dom Perignon.
What's the first word? Jeroboam? What is that?
Jeroboam.
A bowl of Dom Perignon?
My guest on the couch is not happy right now.
Okay.
So either that or he's having a convulsion over the game. One or the other. I'm not really sure.
Right.
This is actually kind of a cool payback because this team beat my Nittany Lions. I'm watching him convulse on the couch.
The Align, Illinois.
Yes. So it has Dom Perignon. Oh, and a selection of caviar. Oh, nice hat. Yes, got the French hat for the caviar and Dom Perignon.
Have you had caviar before?
Never. If I want to eat worms, I can just pick them up off the floor. What do I have to pay so much money for?
I think I was high a couple times, but I ate it.
No, you weren't supposed to smoke them.
No, that's
was the
why
problem.
it tasted weird.
Hey, Patrick. Hi, Krista. Jennifer out in Hawaii. Aloha, my friend. Exclusive access to the opening ceremonies, including the red carpet viewing and kickoff party for the weekend's events. This event is otherwise by invitation only with no tickets available for public purchase. Dinner for 6 in Delilah The acclaimed nightclub dining experience with a menu specifically selected by the chef and a champagne of Dom Perignon. So they really want to get you drunk so you keep spending money in the casino.
$1 million is not enough. Jesus.
Priority access to race week events to be held at the Wynn. Win elite tickets to Awakening. Win Las Vegas' signature show, which I just saw. My daughter's working the sound on that show.
That's right.
Not for much longer. She's shifting over to Bat Out of Hell this week. Tickets
that's
include
cool.
private seating, but it is a great show, though. It really is. Complimentary spa and salon. Complimentary round of golf at the Wynn Golf Club. Luxury transportation for each person to and from the airport, as well as the paddock. A dedicated ambassador to assist with priority reservations at Wynn restaurants and nightclub venues. And a lifetime membership to Wynn's exclusive private access program for each person. This program is available to a select group of individuals and features providing access to entertainment, dining reservations, and concierge services at Wynn Resort.
For $1 million, where's the cocaine at? I mean, really. I mean, F1 racing, you want to be as speeding as fast as them cars. You're going to have 4 girls in the room.
There you go.
You're going to have all the caviar, although you probably won't eat much.
No, well, you'll eat, but it won't be caviar.
That's right. I'm in first place.
Patrick, and don't forget the escargot. Well, isn't that caviar? Is that different than caviar?
Yeah, a little different. Yeah.
How do you know the difference?
Well, escargot is more of like an oyster or something like that you get out of a shell. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know if that's the best explanation, but yeah, escargot is a little different. It's like a shellfish or an oyster type of thing.
Jennifer, to answer your question, the Bat Out of Hull show, which is at the Paris, I believe that's where it is. It's a play based on the music of Meatloaf. So all the classic songs.
And don't forget Jim Steinham. He's the one who wrote all the lyrics for that. Yes.
So Jennifer, when you come out here later on next month, should be something. Even Awakening is a great show at the Wynn, but either one of those. Okay. Next one. By the way, the ballpark up in Summerlin, home of our Aviators, the AAA club of Oakland, if it still is. Enchant to feature mischievous elf theme at Las Vegas ballpark attraction. They do use it. For that. So Enchantment announced earlier, its event at the ballpark will feature the Elf, host 2 attractions in the Valley this holiday season, one at the Las Vegas ballpark and second at the Resorts World, part of the family-friendly the ballpark, blah, blah, blah. It will feature a light maze and village that includes a walk-through 100-foot tree. Opening Friday, November 25th, guests can take part in a maze experience that features Eddie the Elf and Sparky the Reindeer, who help find missing presents for Santa to deliver before it is
So they're going to have real elves, real little elves running around.
I guess. I don't know where you find them nowadays. It's not like you can go to like Walmart.
Wizard of Oz.
General admission tickets for Enchant at the ballpark starts at $34 for adults, $20 for kids ages 2 through 12. For additional information, visit Las Vegas NV Ballpark-Enchant. The attraction will run through Friday the 25th of November
cute. You got
through
your
January 1st.
Got your little hat
look
on.
at that.
And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Nothing like a Jewish elf. Anyway.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
Garth Brooks has announced a residency dates. He's coming back to Vegas.
Where's he going to be at? I know he was at the Wynn and Encore the last time.
Let's see. I should have circled some of this stuff. Let's just see. And
Not that I'm a country music guy, but I like Garth
Brooks. I'm not either, but he's at Caesars, a little birdie told me. Thank you very much. There you go.
A little tweet?
A little tweet, yes. Garth Brooks +1 is the name of the tour. The dates will be in May, June, July, November, and December of next year. There's way too many dates for me to announce them, so just check it out. Look up Garth Brooks. Look up the story.
+1 the audience? Is that how he's doing it? Garth Brooks +1.
I don't know.
You guys. That's what it sounds like. The audience. He's trying to include everybody.
Fremont Street will be rocking in the new year in Vegas this year, as always. Of course, for those who don't know, in Vegas, if you're coming out, you better get here early because we end up with about, 250,000 people between the Strip and downtown. The Las Vegas Boulevard turns into a walking mall roughly from about 6 p.m. New Year's Eve night until well after the fireworks.
Have you ever done it down there?
Once.
Yeah.
We were out in front of the not Tropicana, New York, literally on the corner behind the barrier. When everything was over, the rush of people that came down, my dad, myself, my brother, and a friend of ours, we literally had to climb over the barrier onto Tropicana to avoid being crushed by the wave of people.
Right.
Did it once, haven't gone back.
I did Fremont Street too once. It was fun. I did it before the canopy even. And that was fun.
Oh, that is a long time. So Fremont Street will open up the New York Time for Your Life Festival for New Year's. Bush, Sugar Ray, the Wailers featuring Julian Marley, the Sugar Hill Gang, all for one, tag team. I didn't know wrestling was going to break out. DJ Scribble will be among the live performers on the Street's 3 permanent stages. Gates open at 6 p.m. on December 31st. Partygoers are encouraged to wear their most outlandish outfits.
DJ Scribble. What the hell is that? Never heard of any of the guys you just said.
Neither have I. That's why I hesitated even
Man.
sharing it. That's
Yeah.
why I don't watch the Grammys anymore.
I mean,
I
why?
stopped a long time ago because every award show becomes political.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know the act. I don't know the songs anymore. I don't know any of that stuff.
None of them. I'm still
Well,
stuck
wait.
in the.
What is that?
some-
Somebody kind of scratched to get in the door? Scribbling.
Scribble. Doctors. No, that's DJ Scribble. Okay.
There
that
you go.
makes sense. There we go.
For you baseball fans, this is good news. This has been away for a couple of years. Major League Baseball is coming back to Vegas.
I saw that.
For the big league. I keep
Yeah.
seeing it out of the corner of
he's
my
not
eye.
happy. He's not happy.
Good morning, Dree or Dry XPCD on Twitter. IndieGab at IndieGab. Good morning, I guess. Well, yeah, it's morning, but
I
thank
guess.
you. It's not a multiple choice. I guess it is.
It
Morning,
could be.
afternoon, evening, right?
Yeah, just about.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I wish
Depending
when
on
somebody sends it in, they tell us where they're from.
If
so I
you're in
can kind of-
Hawaii, it's probably still AM.
Well, Jennifer McCord will correct us. They are, I think, 2 to 3 hours. I think they're 2 hours now behind us since we moved the clocks and all that crap.
Right.
So she's just getting ready for lunch. She's having her brunch right now. My
Right.
friend Jennifer McCord is in the chat room.
Brunch. I always like that word, brunch.
You know what it is when you do that between lunch and supper, right? Slupper.
Slupper.
No, not slupper, lupper.
Oh, lupper.
Lunch and supper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we are. Thanks, Shecky. Shecky Green.
That's right.
Right.
Let's see. Cincinnati Reds and Oakland Athletics. The Rays will face them March 4th through 5th, 1:05 p.m. Let's see. Tickets are available now and can be purchased by calling the Aviators at area code 702-943-7200. You can contact Rochelle Richards at rrichards@reviewjournal.com for more information as well. But Major League Weekend, Ballpark Weekend is great. It's always been a fun event here
Do you
in
think
town.
we're going to get a baseball team? You think the A's are going to move to Vegas?
Jennifer says it's 10:16 a.m. right now. They're 2 hours behind
Okay.
us out in Hawaii.
Good morning.
That's right.
I
Do I
guess.
think we're going to listen? Las Vegas has been dangled as a home for baseball for a long time,
20
i.e.,
years.
the Washington Nationals, former
Right.
Montreal. The talk with the Montreal Expos. The story with the Athletics coming here is I have not seen anything pop up in a while.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate that not to build the stadium right on the strip. Out by the raceway, in between here and the raceway, a casino can buy land. They can make it their hallmark, get people. I cannot see at 5 o'clock this city on 15, rush hour, when there's a 7:05 start, and you're either getting off at Tropicana, they talked about it there, or Sahara, to try to get to a field that's going to hold, let's say, 35,000.
Easy.
A parking structure. And then I heard maybe putting it closer down to Allegiant Stadium. Listen, you have a 65,000 seat stadium there, and they built parking spots for 2,500.
Right.
Now you
got
got
Thomas and Mack. Then you got the hockey arena right
T-Mobile.
there. T-Mobile right there.
That's
You
gonna be
got
a cluster- cluster, you know what.
You know what? In fact, I was thinking about the other day when I saw an article today. I think it was on you, posted on Facebook about Sam Boyd Silver Bowl. Why not use that as a baseball stadium? Is that too far? Is that too far away to build a baseball stadium, or they can convert that instead of tearing that stadium down? It's so
Something.
historic. That would be cool to have the baseball stadium there.
Yeah, well, but they're going to say it's too far off the strip where everybody is.
Amazing.
So, anyway, a lot going on. All right, with that, we're going to step aside for our first break.
Already?
As much as I'm going to let one of my guests stay on the couch because seeing his reaction to what he's looking at is so much more fun.
His reaction is like it's 48-0 or something. That's his reaction.
What happens if they lose? It's going to be bad. Do you ever see?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Fingers
coming
are
up after
flying.
coming up after the break, we'll have our first guest, and I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'll tell you when he comes up here. You're watching Aaron's Hour. My guest host today, comedian, actor, former presidential candidate. And I interviewed him when he was running back
That's
in the
right.
day. We'll be right back after this.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Hi, I'm Miss Murder, and I have a question for you. Have you ever explored the beauty in horror? I'm Mercedes M. Yardley, known as Miss Murder. I'm a dark fantasist who wears poisonous flowers in my hair. Among my many titles, I'm the author of the Stabby award-winning book titled Apocalyptic Montessa and Nuclear Lulu, A Tale of Atomic Love, as well as winning the prestigious Bram Stoker Award for my novella Little Dead Red. My short story, Loving You Darkly, also received a Bram Stoker nomination. Check out all of my titles at www.mercedesmyardley.com, where I remind you that all things are dark, darling.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. Thank you for tuning in. 702-329-6947. I still have 2 pairs of tickets to Ultimate Women of Wrestling December 9th. If you remember the sound bite that we did earlier, and I won't ask my producer to bring it up because you can't find it again, I'm sure. Can you find it? All right.
Very interesting,
Oh, you like
but
that?
thoroughly supercilious.
Give us a call, 702-329. I forgot that second part. 702-329-6947. Who did that? Who was the actor that did that character on the show back in the day?
I want to say Seth MacFarlane does all the voices, but I guess he doesn't.
No, not that one. Not at that time. I don't even know if Seth MacFarlane was barely alive when that show was on.
Well, isn't that the character of the old man, the rich guy?
On what show?
The Simpsons, isn't that?
No.
Am I
no.
in the wrong animated
You're way
world?
off. In the meantime, can I introduce my guest?
Okay.
Would you like to introduce him?
I would love to have you introduce him.
Oh, well, thank you very much for letting me do my job.
Yes. Aleman. Okay.
I'm back on Twitter, says King Brett. I can't see what it says. Absolutely need to see Adele in Vegas. She started her shows again. Also,
she did?
I think this weekend she's starting or coming up soon. But her ticket prices are also nuts. With that, though, good friend of mine who I've known for a handful of years. We work out together. CrossFit, Modulus, photographer. He tricked me into thinking that he was a wrestling fan because during workouts we would talk about wrestling. He's not a real full wrestling fan, but
Just enough to trick you.
Ed Aliman joins me here. He owns a photography business with Ed Aliman Photography. How are you, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Well, no worries. Look at the pictures. We're putting some of the pictures up you sent me. Your photography specialty is more in the senior portraits, modeling. What's Zed? When I read that, what is Zed comp cards?
Basically, that's what the models need when they first start out, and they just need regular digitals, and agencies request them all the time. So if any agencies are listening, I'm always available for like any test shooting and anything like that.
And how can they reach you?
They can reach me on my Instagram, www.instagram.com/Ed Aliman Photography. All one word.
I got to start hanging out with you.
I'm telling. Look at those. I know he posts his stuff on Facebook with
Who's
some of the
that?
pictures. Yeah, some of the pictures, and
Wow.
they're just
The last two are minor, so watch out.
Oh, we have to be. They're minors.
Jesus. Now you tell me. God.
Major, minor.
Major. Oh, yeah, I did. I just pulled a major minor. All right.
Anyway, so great stuff, and I didn't realize. When people use the word photographer, they think that he's calling a timeout. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
He wants Harbaugh to call a timeout.
He should be the ref.
But when I've seen, when people think of photographers, you think people take pictures of everything or anything. Some specialize in certain areas like fruit or nature. But you've got some specialties here in terms of the modeling, fashion photography, senior portraits. Yeah. Why did you select those areas, a specific area for your work?
I enjoy being around people, especially people that are getting started out in the world, like the seniors. They're just getting their start. They're just getting ready to either enter the workforce or getting ready to head off to college.
Okay, and that's a very specific niche, and I love it. And I love that he's providing support for those just getting out in the world for those who want to do it. How long have you been in photography?
About 6 years, since 2016.
And were you doing something different back then?
I was working at Silver State Schools Credit Union as a loans by phone specialist and as in mortgages. Did that for a little while. I was there for about 7 years, and then unfortunately, due to downsizing, got laid off.
Oh, all right. Well,
Can I still get a loan?
I was just going to say, do I owe you money?
Right.
with both my wife and I being in the school system, of course, we banked there for a while, and then we left. But anyway, so all right. So how long have you been into photography though? Because you just don't pick it up 6 years ago and say I'm going to take pictures.
Well, it all started with my dad. My dad's a hobby photographer. He got me started, and I just
What's a hobby photographer?
basically he just, as you
Just
said,
whatever.
take pictures of
Okay.
whatever, landscape, flowers.
UFOs, that kind of thing.
Yeah, he rarely takes pictures of models. So unlike me.
Okay. Now, he taught you? Did you follow him when he did shoots, or did you just listen and watch how he did stuff?
I listened and watched how he did stuff, and watched some YouTube videos.
Okay. So you're self-taught.
Yes.
Okay. 6 years in the photography business. That's interesting.
I think YouTube's a great place to learn
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I learned how to jump rope on YouTube.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Yeah.
YouTube University.
That's
No,
right.
YouTube University.
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
one. I never heard
I've
that.
never heard that before. Let's see. Yaba Tuharu. I hope I pronounced it right on Twitter. Says, I'm no photographer, but I can picture us together. Ooh, thank you.
Oh, comedy at its finest, and I'm the one out of work.
What's that?
Jesus.
Was that, I don't know, was that to me or Ed? I'm not sure who that was to or who that was for, but God bless you. Send me a profile picture. But anyway, hope you're not a
Right.
minor, but let me clarify that.
Right.
So how do you promote? How do people know that you're out there? I know obviously you're on social media, and you mentioned your contact, but word of mouth? I mean, what's the best way people find you to do what you do?
Yeah, basically word of mouth. I used to have business cards. Unfortunately, I ran out, but
We'll get some for you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But I used to put them at coffee shops, and people would contact me that way. And as Aaron knows, I'm really big into like Starbucks and everything, so I hang out there a lot.
Yeah, I would put some of your photos on there that you've taken.
It's so funny he says that, because one day we worked out and we both were in Albertsons. You don't live that far. You don't live there where that Albertsons was, do you?
No, I live about 10 minutes away.
So we get out of working out, and I'm stopping in the Albertsons. I'm sweaty, I'm all working out, and I'm walking out, and I just left him at workout. And who's standing at the Starbucks? Ed is standing there. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't see this on the workout menu to get that caffeine back into your body.
Right. After you work out, get the double espresso.
That's right. Charges you right back up. But all right, so all word of mouth stuff, which is pretty cool. Obviously, referrals from those who, you've taken pictures for. Are they called portraits, pictures? What are they called nowadays?
It depends on. It's either called the portrait, which is like half body or full body, or a headshot, which is basically just from your head down to about right here.
Okay, yeah, and that's more of a business picture, more or less, right?
Correct.
And for models, it's Z card.
Right.
My 18-year-old niece has gone into modeling. We had a photo shoot done for her. She lives in Colorado. And, we told her about the Z cards because my wife was in the business, the modeling business. So, Z cards are important. You got like 3 or 4 different shots, different things.
Which is like your digital demo, right? Your digital resume kind of thing?
And you can get them made. In the old days, you could get them made in 8x10 Z cards, and then you hand them out, or even smaller ones, 4x6, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But everything's done by internet now.
Right. Attach files and send it
all
along.
that
to me.
stuff.
But I like the idea, though, that it's a way to carry your portfolio with you.
Oh, it is.
Make it easier, for
Yeah.
sure. What is your prime market for you? I know we talk about this, but do you go outside the market? Like if someone says, hey, I have an event coming up, can you do those kind of shots too?
I have the very first one that that was up there. The model looking like a goddess was from a fashion show that I did a couple of weeks ago with J&M Talent. They came to Vegas out of
This
Phoenix.
one?
Yes,
This
that one. Yeah, that one they visited out of Phoenix. I believe that model is from New York.
She's not a minor, is she?
No, she's
Okay.
not.
No, the last two were.
Because I was thinking stuff.
No, this one we can think all we want to
Yeah,
without a
thank you.
problem.
And that's exactly what I was
Well,
thinking.
she is gorgeous, and I like the way that you capture her in a way of
Right, where she's just kind of,
natural.
right, holding up the skirt or whatever. Boom. It's a beautiful photo.
Thank you.
I have something I don't want to say on the air about that photo, but it's a gorgeous photo. She was, what's her name? The movie where she was in the interrogation room with her legs
Sharon
crossed.
Stone.
Okay, so
Wasn't that bad. But
well,
yeah.
no, but that no, not bad. But that picture, Had a little Sharon Stoneism in it, if you noticed. Did you? Did you
not
notice it?
Sharon
Can you
Stone,
put that
but
back
I
up,
did,
please? Put that picture back up.
See,
Now he's gonna print it off all by himself. He's gonna keep it.
Right.
So just and I think it's a great shot. Just look where the split is.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you're right.
You know who it reminds me of real briefly was what's her face who played Wonder Woman?
Gal Gadot.
Linda Carter.
Oh, Linda
From
Carter.
the 70s.
Yeah,
just
I
a
can see
quick
that,
look.
but I like
Yeah.
Gal Gadot better.
Okay. All right.
Shut up over there, Mr. Hosey.
Mr. Michigan.
He gave me the look. Are you losing again? Give us an
The
update.
game's got to be almost
Give
over.
us a live update.
We're on the 15.
Yeah.
On the 15.
Fourth down.
Fourth down on the 15. Down by
how much
one.
time? How much time?
Right around 30 seconds.
Ooh.
And fourth and what?
Too many.
Fourth and 2 minutes. But
So they're not
but
in field goal range, I take it.
No, they're on the 15.
Oh,
but I was
shit.
gonna say, but a field goal wins it.
Yeah.
So is he running out the clock?
They're reviewing a play.
Oh. Offsides.
Here's Gal.
Offense.
There's
15.
right, exactly holding 15 yards
Right,
back.
right.
Gal Gadot is just up there on the screen. So, all right, let's get back to Ted, shall we please? He's our
Yes.
guest.
Yes.
No, just kidding. Listen, I warned him ahead of time. This is
Good.
a show that is freewheeling,
Right.
and he knows. He's seen enough of my stuff. All right, so photography. So you can do the party stuff if somebody calls, right?
Correct.
How much prep time, like to set that shot up, for instance, the one that we just saw with the goddess there? How much time does it take to set up a shot like that? I mean, do you go at a particular time of the day because you want to capture light somewhere? Do you get? I know you probably carry lights. I'm presuming.
Yes,
Okay.
I have a one light setup that I use for the majority of my shoots, and then of course ambient light or natural light.
Sure. So how long does it take to set up a shot like that?
Since that was an event, it didn't take very long, probably like 5-10 minutes, and just got the model, and
Okay.
she posed for me, and that was that.
Can you bring up the second picture? Because I don't want to bring up the other pictures so that we don't get in trouble. Now, this one that's coming up, this was how about this one? This
That
is obviously
one-
for a magazine.
Right.
Yep, that one was shot at a friend of mine's garage studio. She was a good friend of mine. We've been friends for probably about 3 or 4 years. Her name is Diana Darkside.
Wow.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Diana
That,
Darkside.
that's
Elvirus.
actually her stage name.
Okay.
So can't reveal what her real name is.
No, of course.
But yeah, she was very very nice, and she posed like that for me, and we got our picture in the 6X Portrait magazine, and that's been out for about a month or 2 now.
Right on.
You mentioned YouTube University and that you have one lighting. You know what? Sometimes when I'm an actor and I go on these sets, elaborate sets, see all this lighting.
Yeah, they don't
all
have
the
enough light
thing.
for him on set.
Right. You see all this stuff, but yet you can pull off photos like this without needing, oh, I love that, without needing all that equipment. One good light, one good camera shot, one good area, and you can do it as if you had all this equipment. You know, that's amazing what photographers like yourself
Sometimes
can do.
simplicity is
It
probably
is.
best.
I've
right?
always thought that myself anyway.
Now,
Right,
do you
yeah.
go out on the sites by yourself, or do you have someone that helps you? Or
I usually go out by myself. Sometimes, as in yesterday, I did a shoot, and I had an umbrella on a light stand, and it was windy, and my light stand blew down a couple
no.
of times. So yeah, I have to invest in a sandbag.
oh, that's easy. Get a
Yeah.
canvas bag. Go to a dirt pile somewhere.
Right. Just fill it up.
Just fill it
A
up.
Vegas sandbag.
Exactly. Let's give you contact information again.
Contact information, cell phone is 702-471-8733. Email Ed Aleman, ALEMAN, photography@gmail.com. And then social media is www.instagram.com/Ed Aleman Photography, all one word. And Facebook is www.facebook.com/Ed Aleman Photo.
And if you missed any of that, that's okay. When the show is over, if you go right back here to our Facebook page, click under the videos tab, you can replay the show. You can pick up his information. Or if you like Roku, you'll pick it up on the Go Live Vegas channel and just pick up my show, and you'll be able to review all that information.
You know what's funny, real quick? You mentioned World Wide Web.
Yes.
That's what www means when you type in. Did you know World Wide Web? It's 3 syllables. www is 9. It doesn't make sense to me. Why not World Wide Web dot whatever now you have to www. People look at me like, well, wait a second. When I just say that, they'll go, well, wait a second, 9 syllables. Yeah, we try to make things shorter, but yet it's longer in a whole different way.
What you just said is articulate, it is intelligent, and it is logical.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my God.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Phil makes an appearance.
Yes.
How do we get him in here?
I'm not a big fan of his, but he's correct in his assumption.
No, but he did give me my nickname in a previous life.
Yes, he did.
All right. Ed, thank you so much for stopping down, dude. I just want to let everybody know, when you think Las Vegas, you think entertainment in forms of singers and stage shows and comedians, and I've got green hair sticking out of my head right now. You think of entertainment in the traditional sense, but there's other forms of entertainment, especially when it comes to something like what Ed does. And I don't think people acknowledge and realize that what Ed does is a form of entertainment because he has to capture in a still picture what the message is in a person's body or whatever it is. So that's as much part of entertainment as anything. So if you're coming out here for any event, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, you need something, Ed's your guy.
How about adult photo shoots? If you know what I'm talking about. And that's all I say.
Please, I don't want to know.
Hey, it is Vegas, entertainment,
No,
photography.
what do they call those?
Just curious. Exotic photo shoots.
Yeah, but there's another word for it.
Boudoir.
Boudoir.
Boudoir, yeah. There have been a few that have requested some boudoir shoots. I've done probably less than a handful, but I've done a few.
Just call me. Here's my number. Just call me on those days.
Yeah, really. You need help. George and I will hold the light
I'll be
stands
the
for you.
assistant.
Oh, my God. On that note, we're going to step aside for a break and we'll transition so that, Denise, I'm a fan. Denise.
Hi. She's a fan.
What is she a fan of?
I don't know, but
Ed's
she got
photography or us
I
or
think,
what?
I think
It's just a
Aaron's
photography.
hour.
Yeah,
Yes.
Aaron's hour?
Yes.
I love you, Denise.
Well, she might be the photographer, too, because she was in the modeling business.
Oh, there you go.
So it could have been. It
She'll-
could have been.
So she could commiserate.
Yes. Commiserate.
All right, Ed, thanks for stopping in, dude. Get your message out there about photography.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Love it. And keep pumping that iron because I see the workouts you post and I'm tired just looking at them. Thank you for watching Iron's Hour. We have a break coming up. We have one more guest
And the
who's going to
crowd's
jump
going
out here.
crazy.
Thank you for watching. We'll be right back.
There, see?
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
Hi, I'm Miss Murder, and I have a question for you. Have you ever explored the beauty in horror? I'm Mercedes M. Yardley, known as Miss Murder. I'm a dark fantasist who wears poisonous flowers in my hair. Among my many titles, I'm the author of the Stabby award-winning book titled Apocalyptic Montessa and Nuclear Lulu, A Tale of Atomic Love, as well as winning the prestigious Bram Stoker Award for my novella Little Dead Red. My short story, Loving You Darkly, also received a Bram Stoker nomination. Check out all of my titles at www.mercedesmyardley.com, where I remind you that all things are dark, darling.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
I like this music. I feel like I'm in, Tahiti, maybe?
Yes, that's the steel drums in the background.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah,
steel drums.
yeah.
Shout out to my new advertiser, Ms. Murder, Mercedes Yardley. You just saw her commercial. Great
I
series.
did.
What else? She's an erotic horror writer. Was that I think was what she
Yes,
said?
erotic horror.
Right.
Yes.
So check her out, mercedesmyardley.com
Careful.
for all of her books. I
Careful
know,
how you
I
say
know.
that.
That's right. She would look at me and say,
Right.
okay.
Erotic horror. Got a horror. Oh, yeah. I like that.
Joining me now on the set, who I can honestly say is a dear friend of mine here in town.
He's actually happy.
He is. I was very worried.
Extremely
I had
happy right
I had 911 on speed dial during
Yeah,
that
I
last
was getting
segment.
ready,
Ed.
too. I was like, what the?
I was going to ask Ed if he knew CPR just in case.
Right.
Scott Hosey, owner, Power Play Sports Collectibles at the Boulevard Mall. Been a sports guy, wrestling guy for over 40 years, knows his trade, but he's more importantly, he handles the memorabilia side of the industry for entertainment, sports, and everything like nobody's business because there are too many, what's the word I want to use? Con artists, shitheads, quirks, crooks.
Yeah.
That's all,
out
folks.
there, that just steal your money and don't give you what you ask for. So this is a guy that if you have any memorabilia that you want to buy, you want to sell, this is the guy you have to. And if he can't handle something and he refers you to somebody or something, trust me when I tell you, it's all in good hands. It's like Allstate.
And I've seen it. I've seen his stuff, and it's awesome. In fact, I was just thinking about my Raiders jacket. I'll have to have you see it. It's signed by a bunch of old school Raiders.
Awesome. Well, you're a big Raiders fan. Whose birthday's today? If you're a true Raiders
True
fan.
Raiders' birthday today?
Yeah.
Well, I know that
Should be in the Hall of Fame. That should answer the
Kenny
question.
Stabler.
No, he's not. He was in the Hall already. He should be in the Hall. Today's birthday.
Can we get back to him on
Actually,
that?
his team I cannot stand. That should give you every clue you need if you're a Raiders
Well,
fan.
if he's in that era, okay, Illinois, Ohio State.
Oh, he's got you feeling.
No.
He's got you feeling the mood
Yeah.
now.
Oh God, 248 said no.
Daryl Stingley has no love for this man.
Oh, Lester Hayes. That's
I guess that would be a no.
well, no. Then it would have to be
Jack Tatum.
Jack Tatum. That's what. Yeah, I get those two mixed up. Jack
Oh, my
Tatum.
God.
I saw it today, and I did.
You were
I
talking
saw it.
about that $1 million club with the cocaine and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Well, okay, Jack Tatum. Yeah. He's actually going to be here for a signing on December 1st.
That would be
2nd,
a
3rd.
little tough since he died about 10 years ago.
Well, no, that's Lester Hayes then. Lester Hayes. One of those guys is going to.
No, but if you can get that signature,
Yeah,
God
right.
bless you.
Exactly. Raising Babe Ruth from the dead. You know?
Okay, all right. No, Lester Hayes is going to be here.
Lester Hayes will be here. He
First,
does the
second,
Walnuts.
third. Yeah, I get.
Walnuts out in Henderson. But
Yes.
yeah, Jack Tatum, dear friend of mine. Even though he was Ohio State, I always picked him up with a Michigan polo on. And
There you go.
He'd look at me and just call me. And then he takes. I asked him one time, "What is a Buckeye?" Come on, seriously. Tell me
It's
what
a
Buckeye-
walnut of sorts.
It's a
It's a
nut.
nut.
And he reached in his pocket. This man was
And pulled
retired.
one out.
And pulled one out and lay on his. It's a freaking nut. And you have a pot leaf on your helmet. Okay. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The
Well,
pop. Okay.
Anyway, I'm just
screwed it
thinking,
all
I
up.
had so many lines in my head, but I'm not gonna say them. Anyway, sports collectibles. Now,
Yes.
how'd you get into sports collectibles?
Basically, it started as a collection of a young boy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was a Dodger fan, collected baseball cards, continued collecting and collecting. It went from the little box to the dresser drawer to a shelf to pretty much the entire bedroom. And my grandparents at the time were snowbirds, came out here all the time from Michigan, and go blue. And basically, retirees, they would sell trinkets at the local swap meets, flea markets. And I started selling my little collection on a little part of the table to just continue buying.
Sure.
And it went from owning that to a space next to them to stores, promoting shows, being on the board of the Collectibles National, you name it. Pretty much done it. I can just tell the collectibles industry is really hot right now.
Oh,
during
sure.
During COVID, everybody had to have something to do.
Sure.
Sports were not being played, so what's the best thing?
Right.
Buy stuff.
Right.
The one thing I have to tell my customers, and a lot of the other stores here in town don't appreciate it, but I tell people, buy it as a hobby.
I was just
Right.
gonna
It's
say
a
that.
fun. First of all, it's a freaking piece of cardboard. Who are we
Yeah.
kidding?
Right.
And I've been in the industry now over 35 years. I've seen every roller coaster ride. Everybody says, "Oh, this one's different." No, it's the same roller coaster. You go up, down, and you do a circle every now and then.
Right.
But don't invest your life savings in this. Do not do your kids' college fund. There is not a single hobby, with the exception of one, that actually produces money and a profit, and that's coins, because the intrinsic value of the
Right.
metal.
Right.
Stamp collecting, everyone gets that lucky thing, and it'll be posted now on social media immediately.
Right.
But for every, 1 Kobe Bryant card that sells for $5 million,
Right.
you're going to have thousands upon thousands and millions of people
Sure.
spending their entire fortune. Let's look at the important things in life.
Right.
Food on the table, house, roof over your head, and definitely, taking care of your family.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the cards.
And then,
And
the,
then
card.
the cards,
But have
right.
fun with it.
Right.
I always tell people in my collectibles commercials and the shows that you and I have done, I always, impress on, little Johnny showing a card to dad, and it's Mickey Mantle, and telling the stories.
Right.
Kids with gloves, trying to catch a baseball. I was a huge baseball fan and a person in the industry that also I never really chased autographs.
Right.
I always paid for the autograph or had guys do appearances for me. I never really took advantage of the, hey, sign this for me.
Right.
One or two when I was a younger kid, but as I got older, I wasn't like these guys at baseball,
Right.
stadiums pushing the kids aside
Yeah.
so they can get the Mike Trout and sell it on eBay later.
That's
Right.
I hate seeing that. I mean, I hate
it's
seeing
horrible.
that stuff. What I find fascinating though is, like you said, I mean, I remember back in the day, you go to the store, you buy a pack of cards for like 10 cents or whatever it was. You get that terrible gum in it.
Right. I don't
and,
think anybody ever chewed the gum.
No,
I have a
hate-
baggie of gum from 1987
No,
tops. It's
no.
sitting on my dresser or in my office, a little dresser that I have set aside. And our buddy Ryan,
Yeah.
too many Aarons, Ryan is sworn up and down on the next podcast he's going to eat one of those pieces of gum
Oh
from
my God!
1987.
You better have like a
35
bucket
years.
next to
Yeah,
him,
exactly.
just in case.
A 35-year-old.
It's just
It was horrible back then.
you hit it on the head, and that is, back in our day, I mean, kids would put their cards in their bike spokes. I mean, you
Toss
didn't
them,
care.
Right.
Toss them.
Yeah.
I have an O.J. Simpson 3D card that came out of a Wheaties box.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Well,
of
no,
another guest I had. I
would
had
it- would it-
Jason from
would it-
Friday the 13th
right.
not
Would
recently.
it sell or would not? Would it not be worth anything?
OJ
But-
stuff still appeals
Yeah.
to certain people.
And
And
it was
believe
3D.
it or not,
It's a rookie card in a Wheaties box.
Well, yeah, because it was made from the Kellogg's company at that
Right,
time,
right.
and they had a great collection of baseball cards. For instance, the I
I've
think
got
it's
some. Not a
the
lot.
'69 set. I actually have one in my stores, like $3,000, but it's all in pristine condition, given from Mike Tenay of
Yep.
Impact Pro Wrestling and also WCW.
WCW, one of the
That's
great
cool.
one of the better announcers out there, and back
The
in, he was
Professor.
part of that. The professor part of that group. So let me ask you this question. Obviously, with everything you have entertainment, you have all the different sports. What in the market now, either industry wise, like wrestling or baseball, what's the hot product now?
Well, this past year it was Aaron Judge for simple
Okay,
reasons.
right.
Yankees better sign him, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be the next Dodger,
Ooh.
or Giant, because he's from that area. The other thing is Ohtani. Ohtani, just because, and in my opinion, he actually should have been the MVP. He did something that has never been done. Obviously, Aaron Judge hit the
had the
Maris
record.
mark and stuff
Right.
like that, but that was one thing.
Right.
Ohtani pitched and hit.
Yeah.
and had great stats on both sides.
Yep.
So, I'm just hoping the Angels don't trade him away.
Right.
Because they're talking about possibly trading him.
Well, the Angels have been stuck in the same rut for so long, it seems like. They talk every year about, oh, this is good, and Trout was hurt this past year quite often. But eventually it's going to come down to them having to do something with their roster. So you're talking baseball, you're talking specific stuff. Now, what's with these Funko Pops? When did these things come into play?
They came into play about 10 years ago. They were little creatures, as I call them. They're little 4-inch pieces of plastic that resembles
Like cartoon-like.
little
What,
bobbleheads.
athletes?
They
Everything.
started, and that was a crossover, which was great for the sports and comic toy industry. Is a good crossover. Is they came out with an NHL line, an NBA line, baseball, you name it. But it came out first as one of the first ones are like the Muppets, because it was cartoon characters and
Right.
things like that. And then they branched out to TV shows and things of that nature. There's over 10,000 different of these Funko Pops. My buddy over at the Boulevard Mall, Matt, owns Pop Shack and does a really good job there of keeping like the latest and greatest. But he's got an entire store, which is over 5,000 square feet, of Funko Pops.
I've
It's
been in
amazing.
that
Yeah.
store.
Maybe we
It's
should
nuts.
get some Funko Pops made of us.
You can actually do that at the. There's a store
We
in LA.
should.
It's the Funko store. Yeah. And one of the friends of another show spent his hard-earned money to make his. You can go in there and have your own Funko Pop made.
I always wanted a bobblehead of me in the back window.
But that's usually when you get your drinking binge. Usually we put you in the back seat and you just bobble your head anyway.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, Big League
Big
Chew.
T
Oh,
Chew
my
was-
goodness. I used to chew. It's gum.
It's bubble gum that's shredded that resembled
right, chew like
tobacco.
chewing
tobacco.
tobacco.
Okay.
I used to when I
That's what
played
I
ball. I used that when I played softball with my dad. I was like, "Give me the Big League Chew."
I was a toothpick.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, toothpick.
Did you ever
Cinnamon
feel like you
toothpick.
slide and then you swallowed the toothpick?
One time I almost did.
Oh, see.
I did. I tried to chew
But
and
Hal
I
McRae
swallowed
actually
some.
did
I
that.
threw up everywhere. Yeah, I was. That's it.
And then you have issue like Lenny Dykstra. He chewed for so long that would he have throat cancer or
Yeah.
mouth cancer or
That's
something?
bad, yeah.
But yeah, Big League Chew is shredded gum that looks just like chew in the
Yeah.
packet. Jeez, it's
oh
crazy
my
what they
God.
do. I had a question I was going to ask as you were talking about the Funko Pop. Oh, it's funny you mentioned about having them made because a co-host on another show with which you're associated with as a founding member, I messaged that to him, and he actually sent me the link to Funko Pop, I guess to that store.
Yes.
So you can get them made.
And he had
But
them
they're
made
not
of him.
bulk ordered, though.
No, you have to
You have
order,
to
one.
Everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't, like, you have to go through the whole order before you even see what the price is. So I have no idea what they
It's
cost.
about $100 a pop.
Is that
Is
what
it really?
$100
Oh,
bucks
my
a
God.
pop. Funko Pop. And he's the comedian.
And I'm the one
And he's out of work.
and I'm out of work.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Holy cow. All right, so there is, and I actually have a link for bobbleheads, too.
Yeah,
Just never got
bobblehead.
around
Yeah,
to
it'd be
looking
cool.
at it.
Just,
So it would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd like, I'm into novelty, gaggy stuff
Yeah,
like that. So
that's cool.
Be pretty cool.
That's what the
Maybe
web says.
some. Yeah, exactly.
The
I
novelty.
was trying to quickly get by it and not have it get
You
caught.
did- you weren't-
two people here that just
Definitely weren't quick enough.
No, exactly. 702-329-6947. Even if you have a question about collectibles, I got the man right here. By the way, I'm gonna be additionally transparent. My dad, he has a huge collectibles collection. I mean, I have collectibles too, but he's got the big picture frames. He's got all kinds of stuff. And he messaged me the other day when he moved out here. He had his collection appraised for a certain dollar amount. At that time, like 25 years ago, had it included in the insurance. Well, there's changes to the insurance now as I got educated. But my dad is interested in having his stuff reappraised.
Right.
So I messaged the only person I know. Who do you know? What do you? And so, what do you need to get? What do you got? And I was telling him what my dad has, and then the question kind of faded off for a couple of days. And I got back to him. I said, "By the way, did you ever come up with anybody that can?" He says, "What about me?" So,
Yeah.
so he can go out and appraise, and I'll have to connect you with my dad.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a
and-
question
and-
too, because when I wanted to get the Raider jacket appraised with all the signatures, I had to pack it. I never did it. They wanted me. There's a place in California. You had to pack it in a box with white gloves and put it in there and seal it and send it.
Well, guess what? I know
And then
somebody
they-
that knows someone in JSA
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
here in town.
Yeah.
That would be something just to see.
You could leave it at my store. We do a lot of work with
Just
the
to
JSA, James Spence Authentication. I have one of the authenticators come down. Over COVID and that, he never did backed off on doing in-store
Right.
certifications
Appraisals,
because
yeah.
of the people. But he comes into my store once every 4 to 6 weeks.
I'd be
He
interested
grabs
just
the
to see.
bin and he literally
Yeah.
authenticates. And that when it comes to insurance and what your stuff is valued at, having a family friend of mine, got this baseball signed and it's locker room
Right.
stuff, and it's usually the bat boy or somebody in the team. The key thing with value of autographs is the authentication. Either it's a company that has done signings, like my store. A lot of the wrestlers come through there, so they know the authentication's great. But if you have an authentication, it has to be from a major company, not a
Right.
fly-by-night company. Watch any of these horror stories on YouTube and people, getting busted. But JSA, PSA, Beckett, they do authentications. Yes, you do have to send their stuff there unless you have somebody in town from, like I do with JSA.
Yeah, I can't do that. I
But
can't.
yeah, but you can drop it off in my store, and I can actually have
And
the guy
just so
come
you
look at
know,
it.
all these autographs were in person.
Yeah.
Me and the person.
And
I
that's
have
great.
photos
Yep.
with them holding the jack. Daryl LaMonica, the Mad Bomber, holding it after he signed it. The one I didn't have a cell phone when Kenny Stabler signed it back in 1999. But I have other guys on there too.
Well, the key thing there is the fact that you have that little proof there, because authenticators, they're putting their word on it, and some of them they're questionable. They look at it and go, I don't know, and they won't authenticate. It's not saying it's fake, but they won't put their stamp
Right.
of approval on it. And to re-sign or resell stuff, you really need to have authentications on the stuff. So if you're looking at selling that jacket, get it authenticated. If not, keep it for yourself.
Oh,
Why
I
pay
have
the
to
money?
go.
Yeah.
I've had it for 25 years, but I've had it signed over the years by. I got like 15 guys on there, old school Raiders. Just curious. It was all it was.
We were talking about Funko Pops, and YM at YM Socks on Twitter says the Funko Pop Christmas movie scenes are so cute.
They have a Funko Pop Christmas movie?
That's what I was just going to say. Did you even know that they were coming out with that?
No.
Okay.
But, hey.
Hey, well, it's Christmas. Anything's coming out at Christmas.
Yeah, and then it'll help spur sales for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Power Play Sports Collectibles.com is the website version, of course. Anything and everything you'd want is available there for your holiday shopping. If you don't know what to get for your I see it. I'm trying to ignore it. You're a sports enthusiast, but the store.
A female Loki? Is that what that is?
What can I tell you? My producer sometimes. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Oh, yeah,
I'll deal with
there
that.
you
But yet he
go.
doesn't know what's on his own show. Yeah. Okay.
I know, right? Talk about the store, when, hours, specials, what you got going on for the holidays.
We're going to do a lot of specials, so check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
You're Deadpool right now.
Oh, I love Deadpool. Deadpool's awesome. But, do the heart, like he does. But
There you go.
check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Power Play Sports
Is that Mini?
Collectibles. Oh my God.
Oh my God! Why are you licking the microphone?
Yeah, exactly.
Minnie Mouse was funnier than Captain America. But anyway,
Hey,
go ahead,
Captain
please.
America's-
Can we let him get his pitch out, please?
We'll be releasing a whole bunch of specials for Black Friday, the weekend. Also, don't forget.
Well, give us a little sneak peek. I mean, Black Friday's next week. What do you got going on for
Well,
Black
you gotta
Friday
look on
specials?
the Facebook
Yeah,
page.
but people, they could be listening to us on the app. They don't have their phone in front of them. Come on, give us a scoop. Give us
Everybody
something.
who doesn't have their phone in
Give
front
us
of them
a
nowadays.
scoop.
That's
Just come
true.
on.
We're going to be doing some free giveaways at the store for autographed pictures for like the first 50 people to come in and
Okay.
make a purchase. Most of them will be Raiders and Knights players. We are doing giveaways with tied in with Finley Mazda
Okay.
over the next three months or so. And a shout out to
Is that
Brandon
with
and
what's his
Garth.
name? I was gonna say, is that
Brandon and
what's their
Garth out
names?
there. Yeah, what's their names? You should know them by heart by now.
Oh, I do know them. I just want to bust
The
their ass.
syndicate, yeah. But the other thing we're doing is don't forget, if you last minute Christmas shopping, the
Absolutely.
week prior to Christmas, the 18th, 19th, that weekend, we are doing a sports, toys, collectibles show at the Boulevard Mall.
That's probably when I'll show up.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
for the kids that come in, if you remember Monsters, Inc.,
Yes.
we have
Yes.
Mary Gibbs,
Oh, my
who is the
goodness.
voice of Boo, the little girl.
Yeah.
She will be signing autographs
right.
on Saturday.
What time?
She's looking at like 12 to 4. So
Oh, I can come by after my show.
right after the
Yeah,
show.
I will. That's a good weekend.
And
to
then
do
the
that.
let's say a special announcement in February 25th, 26th. An old place that I used to do. Oh, there's Boo. Used to do shows. Has raised its head again, and we'll be doing our shows. We used to do them at Sunset Station.
Okay, right.
But now we're moving them to a different casino.
Yep.
God bless them.
Right.
And old place, old familiar place for the people that have been vendors for a long time. But we've got some partners that is going to be absolutely mind-boggling. So I'm just throwing it out there. And you might have to listen to your show, TCA,
I want
giving a
there's-
shot out there.
There is something I want to say to kind of drop a hint, but I won't.
I like mind-boggling.
But no, it's not that.
No.
Oh.
And
This show is going to be so big, it's going to make an impact on the industry. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway,
he's the comedian. Yeah.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so good stuff. Listen, Power Play Sports Collectibles. Also, listen, this is not a singer. It's not an entertainer. But you got to admit, folks, collectibles is entertainment to some level for individuals. I got to be honest with you. I never really thought about collectibles until like the last couple of years when, quite frankly, after meeting Scott and going to his store and seeing the kind of stuff he has, I'm like, oh, you know what? That's kind of cool to have that there. By the way, I will say this. Please don't ever bring back the $5 frickin' table if I ever walk back in.
It's brought back for the holidays.
Oh, man. Every time I go into the store.
Buy the whole table.
Well,
I always
yeah,
throw the
whole
Penn
table.
State on there. Penn State, goes on there immediately.
Yankees,
Oh, yeah,
Penn
$5
State
shit.
Yankees, right? So
Yeah.
I have so much, as they say from where I come from, tchotchkes.
Right. Chotsky.
Because
Tchotchkes.
Thoughts Count Anywhere, when we launched it out of his store. So we were there every week, and he had this $5 table of stuff that he was moving out. Every time, Penn State Yankees. It cost me money to go into that store to do my show because I'm
Right.
buying like $30, $40 worth of stuff off the table that has the logos on it. That was a killer for me.
Can't make money when you're in there.
But I will say this, though. They are great ideas for gifts.
Stocking stuffers.
Yeah, you got to stop in and check it out. Now I have belts, wrestling belts. My wife loves me for that.
Yep.
Pictures, and you've helped us get some Funko Pops signed and autographed by certain individuals. I have it. I have no intention of selling it. It's part of my personal enjoyment of the things that I love to watch. Batman, baseball, wrestling,
Right.
and all that stuff. I never thought I would have, by the way, my wife hates it. I hope my
bad.
wife's not listening. I don't think so. But when the packages come in, I kind of put them somewhere for a day or two before I bring them
So
in
she
the
does the
house.
same thing with the Amazon packages. So.
Problem is I get the links for Amazon.
Yeah.
Real quick, do you
All
want
right.
the comedian to say one
Yes,
little tiny
let's
joke?
do it. Let's do it. Comedian.
There's a crow sitting on a telephone wire, just sitting around doing nothing. So a little bunny rabbit comes hopping up and yells up to him, "Hey, man, it looks like you're having a good time sitting around doing nothing. Can I join you?" The crow says, "Yeah, what the hell? Why not?" So the bunny rabbit sits there on the ground and is enjoying it, just sitting around doing nothing. Well, here comes a fox. Boom. Eats the bunny rabbit. The moral of the story is if you're going to sit around and do nothing, make sure you're doing it sitting up very, very high up.
Now we know why he's out of work.
What the
That's why he's
maybe-
sitting at this table.
What the hell?
He's at the
Not
kitty
even
table.
a fake
He's at the
crowd.
kitty
Not
table.
even a fake Not
No,
even
not
a
even
fake
nothing. No, you-
applause.
wait, no. Wait.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, we'll
The
give him the
Pelosi clap.
Okay, yes.
God rest her soul.
Yes.
Thank my guests today.
Ripping it up to Joe.
Ed Aliman, photographer. Look him up online, Facebook. Great photography work. Good guy. Listen, I bring people on that I know, personally recommend, and trust when I bring them on. George, thank you very well, except for this guy.
Except
George,
for the last joke.
Except for that. Well, that's
Not
true.
even a fake
You just
applause.
deteriorated
Not
from
even
the good
fake
stuff.
applause.
Dear friend Scott Hosey, check out
Thank
Power Play
you.
Sports Collectibles, a guy I love and respect to a level
That's
that
right. And he's
nobody has
happy.
any intention.
God forbid if you'd have been in a bad mood in this interview.
Oh, imagine, yeah. If,
Can you
listen,
imagine?
I don't want to.
You know, I
that would
don't-
be an alternate universe. That would
Right.
If Michigan lost, we would have been in trouble. Anyway,
been off.
hey everybody, thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Be
right.
safe, enjoy. May the tryptophan not get you for more than a couple hours. As always, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. See you next time
That's
with
it.
Mystic Mona next week right here in Aaron's Hour.